People, deluded, I'm back again. Now, I've tried to fight the urge to not get involved in this. Andreas Christensen, he doesn't play for our club. You know, I've told you, you've seen my video before, how it's the videos I don't do that annoy me. And this one has been playing in my guts. Pause. Not a funny boy thing. But, yeah, like, I've been meaning to make it. I've tried to avoid the urge to make it, and I feel I have to. Andreas Christensen, if the opportunity presents itself, Arsenal, it probably won't. It's nothing more than me just inventing stuff in my head. But if the opportunity presents itself, Arsenal, we must entertain an offer or see if we can get an offer or see if business can be done with Chelsea. Obviously, it's just Giroud. Giroud's not messed like that, but because the very fact that Arsenal dealt with Chelsea and I don't know Arsenal and United swapped Alexis and Mkhitaryan kind of shows that the top six are well in specific to Arsenal's case the top six are kind of dealing with the top six. So yeah, if we can use that to our advantage, obviously that I don't want to say swap Aaron Ramsey from directly, but with Aaron Ramsey's future, I'm pretty sure they want Ramsey. Maybe there's something to be done. Andreas Christensen, he's not perfect. He's not a perfect player. I can see why he's out of the squad. Rodriguez's been playing very well, and Louise is Louise, but he's clearly preferred. Sorry prefers both of them, and for someone that was more or less, again, Chelsea fans know more than me, so I'm very being careful of the words I pick, but more or less a main starter or a main fixture within that side last season. Finally, after loan spells, after thinking it wouldn't happen, he's now back to square one in the sense that he's not been included in too many match days, and when he has, he's been on the bench. Or yeah, he's not. Ultimately, whether he's been in the match day or been on the bench, he's just not playing as much. He's got what 33 minutes or something of Premier League football this season for someone that's made 46 appearances for Chelsea in all comps, 82 for Gladbach and 22 for Denmark. You can see why, despite the fact he's 22 and he's not the finished article, that he's frustrated. You've seen his dad say he might have to look at his situation in January. You've seen him. I don't know whether he spoke about it directly, but they're the quotes you constantly see. Sorry, quite rightly so, has rubbished it and said he'll have to keep working hard. And he's pointed to his two other centre halves. I actually believe that's the right thing to do because you can't be getting pressured by agents and dads to play people and all of this. Oh, my son's gonna leave if you don't play in business. But if I'm Christensen, I would be frustrated because if you don't feel you're ready to play now, you never will be. He's 22. He's still got a lot to learn, of course. And if Sorry prefers the other two, he has to deal with it. But he finally broke in last season, and he wasn't perfect. I remember the mistake against Liverpool, I'm sure, and the mistake against Barcelona is probably what he remembered for, and that's the thing about Christensen. It's the finer things. He still needs to learn how to concentrate, and like I said, he's not perfect, but there's a lot of promise in the lad, and that's probably why he's not in. He's not starting games. If the opportunity presents itself, I think we should go for him. In my opinion, he's been on the bench. I think in his 3 appearances or so, or 4 appearances, he's actually kept 3 clean sheets. To be fair, or been part of 3 clean sheets. So whether stats is a context used in context, I don't know. But it's tough, man. For me, I believe we should at least entertain an offer for him, man. Like I said, he's still raw. You remember the Barcelona mistake. Chelsea fans will probably remember some more mistakes. For me, it's concentration, especially when crosses are put into the box. For someone who's not short, he's very much caught flat-footed, or his runners are able to get away from him a lot of times. They're the finer things in being a centre half. You need to be aware of where your striker is. Your man marking needs to be good if you're going to get tight, or even if you're going to drop off and not get tight. You need to know where the striker is. For me, it's just more or less off the ball's positioning, because he's a good tackler. He's composed on his day. He's a leader. He's decent with the ball at his feet. I really like Christensen. I don't think he's the finished article. I think Chelsea would be crazy to let him go, assuming they don't bring in another elite centre half. But yeah, if the opportunity presents itself, I feel we should go for someone that made. Let me just check how many appearances he made last season for Chelsea. Apologies, people. I'm kind of slow with it. 17-18, according to Transfermarkt. He made 40 appearances in total, 27 in the Premier League, 6 in the Champs, 4 in the EFL, and 3 in the FA Cup. And just to add some context to this season, obviously this season's just started, so he can still earn his place back in his side. But 2 appearances, none in the Premier League. What? I swear it said I read he had 33 minutes of Premier League action. That must be 33 minutes. No. Someone's been telling lies then. Ignore that, people, because he's got what? 2 appearances, 2 in the Europa League, 1 in the EFL, which was 73 minutes, assuming that was against Liverpool. So yeah, he's only Yeah, he's only got 253 minutes for Chelsea this year. Whatever article said he had 33 minutes, you stitched me up and you're a liar and you need to get out of here. But yeah, you can see either way, regardless of me getting the things incorrect, from someone that played however many I just said last season to 253 minutes across three competitions, two in the Europa League, you can see why he's frustrated, because the worst thing for a young player after finally breaking in, similar to how Ruben Loftus-Cheek to a degree must feel, must be training from Monday till Friday, assuming that's the schedule, and knowing that realistically you have no chance of starting on Saturday unless something really happens, unless you really show something in training, unless the manager wants to do something else. That's the one depressing thing. That's probably what a lot of young players at many clubs want to believe, and what I've said before, they just want to believe that, okay, cool, I might not start every game, but I'm a genuine under genuine consideration of sorts. And yeah, it's a sad tale, but it is what it is. On one hand, I can understand his frustrations. On the other hand, I don't like how his dad or agents really moving with kind of, I wouldn't say issuing demands to Sarri, but kind of strong arming or saying we're going to look at his situation. Of course, you got to do best by your client, but as someone who has ambitions to coach at some level, whether it's grassroots or inshallah in the Premier League, which I don't think can happen for me, it would annoy me if people did that, and that would make me not want to play you even more. But if the opportunity presents itself, I believe we really should go for him, because for what? Um, He's 22 years of age. Koscielny's getting on a bit. He'll probably be our best young centre half. You look at him. You look at Mavropanos. You look at Holding. There's some good options to have. I don't think they'll let him go, but I would definitely look out for him if I was Arsenal, in charge of Arsenal's transfer strategy or whatever. There's not much more to add on that, so I'm gonna get at you guys here. But yeah, guys, deluded. I'm out, man.